Hey Leo, how are you? Welcome to your November 2018 reading. Right before I get into the reading, I do want to say that Venus is still in retrograde until I believe the 14th or the 15th of this month. So if you're interested and want to know what the cards have to say about your sign during this time or your Venus sign during this time, definitely click on the link and I give you readings for your sign and ways in which just tips about the Venus retrograde and how it can help you. How my just things that can help you during this time. So yeah, if you're interested, definitely visit that video and give it a thumbs up. So I am going to say a prayer and get started on your November reading. Universe, I pray that you guide me through this reading and it resonates with each person, allowing them to find a positive message for their life and create their own path of happiness, love, and tranquility. Alright, Leos. I always get excited when it comes to doing your readings. So, I gotta kind of focus and not be so giddy. So, universe, what are the messages for Leo? How will Leo be coming into the month? We have two cards. Let's spit out. So you're going to be feeling pompous and energetic. Wow, what's got you all? I mean, you're going to be feeling like you got this kind of arrogant and energetic. So you're going to be focused on something or energized and being a bit smug. Leo, what's got you feeling this way? What are the energies that Scorpio, or the messages that Scorpio, this Scorpio month has for you, Leo? What are the messages from Scorpio to help you this month, Leo? Okay, that is way too many cards. Scorpio had a lot to say. One card from Scorpio, please. Okay. Volatile. Leo, don't go start fighting people, okay? Alright? You're gonna be feeling yourself this month. Scorpio season is telling you to show your horns. Or show your claws, rather, because you're a lion. Maybe you have to put your foot down. Maybe people are gonna be testing you to see, how much they can get away with you, and you have to show your claws. You just gotta let them know that you're not the one to play games with, which is understandable, but so many cards got this. I hope people aren't taking it as, oh, okay, I might want to just fight someone this month. No, please, Leo, don't get to a point where you want to fight. Just find a way to tell someone off gracefully, or, if it's in a work environment, professionally tell someone off, but don't stoop to a level where you are like wanting to attack them. We're not doing that this month. But if need be, show your claws. Let them know you're not the one to be messed with. So yeah, that's what I'm getting for you this month, Leo. Let's get into your physical attributes for Leo during November 2018. Physical attributes for Leo. What do we have? for November 2018. Physical attribute. Okay. So, you got the hangman. The hangman talks about letting go of something, change, isolation, sacrifice. So physically, you're gonna be in mode of just dropping stuff, just isolating yourself, and just changing things around. When you're getting ready to do a complete 180 in your life, you go a little bit hermit, and you're just kind of in your incubation mode where you're like, okay, strategizing, like, okay, this is what I want, so I gotta drop this. And you know how to detach, especially if it's something you're done with. You know how to detach, and I feel like physically you're detaching from just a lot of energies that, whether good or bad, it's like you know what you want, and maybe you were just surrounded by so many energies to where you're like, okay, I just need time for me. I just need to isolate, be alone, get some quiet time, some oneness with myself to figure out what I want for myself. You know, maybe you have people swaying you this way, people swaying you that way, and you're like, I don't want to be persuaded either way. You know, I want to go create my own path. And in order to do that, you know that you have to isolate and let go. And I see that your physical attributes are connecting more to isolating. So be that as it may, Leo, I know once you come out of isolation, your comeback is going to be just a great come up for you. So yeah, definitely see you getting in that mode of change. What does your emotional attributes have to say during the month of November, Leo? Emotional attributes for Leo. Okay, so we have the High Priestess. The High Priestess talks about balance, intuition, um, even having psychic abilities. So emotionally, you're going to be balancing your emotions out. And in doing so, very psychic this month, very intuitive. Definitely get a diary, keep it close to your bed so that right after you wake up from a dream, you can write down anything, numbers, words, names, places, anything you remember, um, especially someone's name or how someone looked or what was happening in the dream. You know, write that stuff down because Spirit is going to be speaking to you at this time, especially if you are letting go and isolating yourself. This is a time for you to connect more with Spirit. You are a very intuitive sign as it is, and Spirit is going to give you a lot of downloads this month. So definitely listen to them and um, keep them written down, keep them close to you, because this is going to be a month where you're going to be connecting the dots with a lot of things and understanding why certain people came into your life and understanding why you have to let certain people go and ultimately figuring out your way, your path, figuring out, okay, so this is why I have to go this way. This is why I can't stay over here. This is why I was having so much trouble or conflict in this certain area in my life. This is why I can't connect very well with that person. Like, Spirit is going to be just answering all these questions that you have, inevitably balancing out your emotions so that you're not so confused maybe as you may have been prior. Okay? So mentally, what are the mental attributes for Leo during the month of November 2018? Mental attributes for Leo during the month of November. 2 cards, we're going to put them back in because if you don't already know, Major arcanas are major messages, and I can only take one at a time. Okay, thank you, Spirit. So mentally, wow, you have the Devil card. The Devil card talks about bondage, self-indulging, uh, even feeling discontent, or materialism. So I feel mentally you're going to feel stuck to something. Maybe that's why you felt like you needed to isolate and balance out to try to get away from this energy. Um, but this energy is going to be boggling your mind this month. You might be wanting to self-indulge, being that Venus is going to be in retrograde until the 15th, and the Venus involves money, things we love to do, buy, and beauty. You might be wanting to self-indulge and buy things and look pretty and or indulge in foods. Maybe during Thanksgiving, you might want to, just go attack mode on like all the sweets or whatever. But it tells me that those little guilty pleasures that you may have are going to be in your mind. And maybe that is why it is a good thing that you are isolating yourself. Because if you weren't giving into these guilty pleasures, you might go extremely overboard. Like when you know that it's coming around the holidays and there's a certain food that just you can't not say no to. It's like you do like the pre preparation for it. It's like you go on like a 2-week cleanse so that if you do fall victim to it, it's okay because you kind of prepared. So I feel like physically you're preparing yourself for a time of indulging, because mentally you're feeling like you want to give in. Um, so yeah. So, if isolating and balancing out helps you deal with this better, then do what you have to do. But I see this is kind of like preparation mode because you know that there's a guilty pleasure there that you can't resist at least this month, and you're preparing yourself for that in a way. So, spiritually, what are the spiritual attributes for Leo for the month of November 2018? Spiritual attributes for Leo for November 2018. Okay, so you see Judgment card flipped all the way over. Okay, Leo. So spiritually, you have the Judgment card, which talks about this is the universe coming in and saying, you know what, we're going to take charge now. We see what you're doing. We see what's coming at you. We see the the effect that it has. Now we're coming in and we're going to take charge. So this talks about karma being fulfilled and a revelation coming. So I think through all of your self preparation and the indulging in a way, the universe has come to give you a revelation through it all, something that you realize, or give you the karma that you deserve. This talks about not being stagnant anymore. So whatever bondage you may be feeling that has a hold of you mentally, um, you're gonna come out of it, and you're gonna it's all a learning process. So spirit is definitely with you the whole way, telling you, okay, now you see why um this showed up in your life. Now you know what it's teaching you. So a lot of karma being fulfilled for you overall, Leo. So this is very interesting. Let's get into the weeks. Okay, so what are the messages for Leo the first week of November 2018? Well, I can't take all these. That was like 8 cards. Messages for Leo the first week of November 2018. Okay, I'll take 2. Wow. So we have the Queen of Cups and the Ten of Swords. So um, this is the energy of someone that is in total and complete control of their emotions, having a lot of love to give, and being a very lovable individual. And you also have the Ten of Swords, which talks about letting go of something totally, completely, dropping it. It's just done. It's dead to you. You're over it. So I feel like this is a complete release. But we're definitely going to get clarity on these 2 cards. Can we get clarity for the Ten of Swords and the Queen of Cups for Leo, the first week of November 2018? Clarity for the Ten of Swords. Okay, so these flew out and this one flipped over. So I'm just taking them all. The first card we have is the Five of Spades, which talks about a reversal in a business or relationship, an opposition, an interference from someone else, or it may be leading to an eventual success or a happy relationship later on in the future. We also have the King of Clubs, which is an honest, generous, affectionate man. And we have the Eight of Hearts, which is people coming to visit you, or you being invited to a party or a wedding. So, I feel that the Five of Spades, I feel that the Five of Spades connects with this Ten of Swords. Whatever opposition or interference or situation that came into your life, you have decided to drop it. There was an energy or a person. I see a lot of air here. Maybe that's air in their charts, or if it's a love situation, it's someone that has air. Definitely a lot of air. Feel like a manipulative situation, or a mindset that was kind of trying to take a hold of you. You're dropping it and it's dead now. And because you have let it go, your heart is becoming more open. Whether you expected that or not, it is allowing for. See, you have you have a king and a queen here. You have the King of Clubs, which is a fire energy, an honest, generous, affectionate man. The Queen of Cups, which is a water energy. And these are 2 really good energies. So because you have allowed this to release itself from your arena, whether or not this is a love offer, I feel that you're connecting to very gentle, open, honest, affectionate energies. Um, and someone wants to come visit you. I feel this may be a love offer because someone's been watching you, and I feel like, whether the universe brought this in as a test to see what you would do, you definitely dropped it. and it's bringing good energies, good love offers towards you. Someone wants to visit you, or someone wants to invite you somewhere, maybe out on a date, or just come visit you and hang out. But being that it's all under the Hangman card, you are, it doesn't seem like you're interested. It seems like you're still releasing this, and you're not, being, your heart is open for it. Um, and you're, I feel like you're still in the process of letting go, at least the first week. So, it is up to you. The ball is in your court if you want to take this next step. I see a lot of water and fire here. So, it is all up to you. This is a very passionate person, and this is a very good energy for you. And they really, really, really like you, Leo. So, I would say don't jump into it like, okay, it's here. Let's go and take off with it. No. Venus is still in retrograde, so this is not a good time to just jump into a relationship. I would say just take it in baby steps and be friends first. Really get to know the person. Don't get your expectations all up and see it as like someone you can marry. Like, come on. You don't even know this person, and Venus is still in retrograde, so don't put all your eggs in one basket. But definitely have fun, Leo. Being that it is all under the Hangman card, and it is, and the Hangman card does talk about isolating yourself and sacrificing. It seems like when we get into a mindset of not really wanting to look for love, and you're focusing on something, and you're kind of like in your little think tank, love wants to come knock at your door, and I think that's what's going on in the first week of November. Love is wanting to knock at your door at a time where you're like, I'm trying to let go of things. I'm like cleaning out my closet, and like someone's like, hi, and it's like, can I take you out? And you're like, dude, I'm like cleaning out my closet and letting go of things, and you want to take me out? Like, I'm I'm going through like this changing process in my life, and you want to get to know me? Like, that's like you're out doing laundry, and you have on your comfy clothes, that's clean, but it's like not cute. And like someone wants to come up and ask you on a date, and you don't have any makeup on, nothing's done, and you're like, really? Like, can you wait until I'm like dolled up somewhere and you just bump into me like at a little get together and I'm cute? You want to come when I'm like not all the way like looking myself. I don't even have my face on, and you want to give me a love offer. So I feel like that's the situation you're gonna be in the first week of November. Like, you're like, dude, like, really? I'm not even all the way put together, and you're like in love with me, or wanting to like do something passionate, or you 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 find me attractive, which is commendable. I mean, Leo, if you're like looking what you would see as your worst and someone sees you as beautiful, I mean, take that into consideration at least. Like, wow, like they see you as something cute when you're not feeling, so not even trying to be cute. So I think in that retrospect, you can consider going out on a date with this person, but I honestly don't see you thinking anything more of it. I see you just seeing it as just someone to get to know and hang out with, and nothing else. And that's a great place to be at right now, Leo. So definitely it's like you go into the situation logically, and um, that's great because that's how you get the best results in love, in friendship, in anything. So you're definitely going about it very good the first week of November. So let's look into the second week of November for Leos. What are the messages? Oop, too many messages. That was like 10 cards. Messages for Leo the second week of November 2018. Messages for Leo second week of November 2018. Okay. We got 2 cards again. Okay, so you showed up. This is you, Queen of Wands. Very passionate, ambitious, creative person. And you also have the cat. So you're feeling very intuitive, and spirit is with you. This cat is like spirit. Your little spirit guide is with you. And you also have the Eight of Cups, which talks about walking away from something. So we're going to get clarity on this and see what it is that you're walking away from passionately. Or this might be someone walking away from whatever it is you invested. You are the other person invested a lot of time into it, and you're like, I don't care how much time I am not going that route anymore. I'm not doing this. I'm not putting another cup up there. I am not making another cup pyramid. No way. I'm done. So let's get clarity on the Queen of Wands and the Eight of Cups. Okay. So we have the King of Diamonds, which represents a stubborn, influential man, and the Seven of Clubs, which talks about prosperity, success, and sometimes a warning card for the opposite sex. So I feel like this King of Diamonds, which is a very stubborn, influential man, could be another possible love offer, or someone from your past that made you probably go into this state of letting go and isolation. Um, I feel like whatever time or energy that you had with this person, whatever um, cups that you may have filled for this person, you're letting go by week 2, which is bringing you success and prosperity. Um, so, you come into the month very energetic, Leo, very pompous, arrogant in a way. And I think that second week of November, you're really feeling that energy. You're really feeling yourself, to where this king, I feel this is a very stubborn person that wants things his way. Either they're walking away from you or you're walking away from them. Ties are being cut, and it's bringing prosperity to you, and success. Um, it is all under the High Priestess card. So this had to happen to balance out your life. Spirit is definitely going to be with you, and whatever step you had to take, it was for the good. Um, Trying to see if I feel anything else with these cards. Yeah, I just feel like whatever they had to offer, it just wasn't enough for you. And you had to just let it go. It's like you both understand that you have to part ways. Um, and that happens, it happens. Maybe you had to just show your claws and let them know, how you really felt about something, and that caused the separation. Um, this might be the person that came to visit you the week before, and maybe they wanted more. Maybe they wanted a relationship. I don't feel it being like something like a third party or heartbreak. I feel like this is someone you may have invested time in, and maybe they wanted to move this relationship a certain way, and they were not budging, and you were like, no, this is what I want. It's not about what you want, it's about what I want. And that caused, the break. Um, so it's just two people having to understand, I feel. You're two very strong-willed people that have to accept the fact of agreeing to disagree. And that's where it is. I mean, at least in the second week. So yeah, you're a fire sign, and when you feel a certain way and you're passionate about it and you have certain truths, you hold on to those truths, and you guard and protect them. And I feel that's something I very much love about this sign. My sign is how, when we're passionate about something, we will protect that passion and guard it with our life. And I see you definitely doing that the second week of November. Let's get into the third week of November for Leos. What are the messages? Third week of November for Leos. Third week of November for Leos. What are the messages? Okay. So we have the Four of Cups. The Four of Cups talks about an offer that comes in, and you're like, I don't want this. So let's get some clarity on the Four of Cups. Clarity on the Four of Cups for the third week of November for Leo. Uh, we got 3 cards that walked over. I will take them. Okay. So we have the Two of Clubs, which is my gossip card. It also talks about disappointment or an opposition in life. The Two of Spades, which talks about separation, another gossip card. Betrayal, deceit, backstabbing. And we also have the Jack of Spades, which is someone that means well, but is immature and unreliable. So this might be the energy that's coming in. This might be the someone that means well. The spades emblem that connects with the air sign, and I feel like maybe this might be a text message or email or a phone call, something in the waves, energetic waves that comes in. Maybe a water, air. It's all on top of the Capricorn card, so it might be an earth sign, fire, whatever sign. Someone comes in this third week sending you a message. They mean very well, but they're very mature. And you're like, no. This is a disappointment to you. You're kind of like, are you serious? Are you serious? And it will cause some gossip, but I see that there may have been some deceit or betrayal. Someone backstabbed you, and they're wanting to like come and offer you something, and you're like, If you don't get your little rinky dink cup up out of here, you're not having it. It's all under the devil card, which talks about bondage or self indulging or being discontent. So maybe this offer has you feeling discontent. Maybe this offer has you feeling like it's not enough. I feel like maybe this offer comes in and you were expecting it to be one way and it came in a totally different way. And it makes you feel like you need to self indulge in another way. It's like I was giving the example earlier, if you were going on a fast to prepare for Thanksgiving, by the third week you're giving in to all temptations. You're like, you know what? And it's kind of a form of a way of loving yourself. You're buying that cute outfit, or you're you're going and spending the extra on that fancy meal that's, you know, all of it is all natural, but it costs like, you pay for what you get. You're just like, you know what, I'm just gonna get that just to give me what I really want, as opposed to what was offered. It's kind of like, I feel like you give your own self what you want, like you love on yourself, because this person wanted to give you something that was not up to par. And I feel like this is a person that you really can't trust. And they're trying to come in as a nice person. And this is someone that betrayed you in the past. This is someone that you already had your guard up with. And maybe this is the time where you are going to be a little volatile and say, what are you doing? Like, really check them. Like, you really think that you're going to be able to come in like everything's okay? Like, no, everything's not okay. Do you remember what you did? Do you remember how you were to me? And you expect me to just ignore the fact that you did this stuff to me? Like, no. I feel like you might be a little volatile with this person, because you're disappointed. And a way to kind of get over that is self-indulging on yourself. I feel like, self-indulgence is necessary at times. And us Leos, we are we are not strangers to loving on ourselves in the most, I don't want to say prideful, but sometimes you have to take pride in yourself, and we have no problem doing that. And then this week, it is necessary for you, or at least you feel like, you know what, let me treat myself, because people just don't know. Like, these people just don't know how to treat me. So I need to treat myself so that I can stay in a vibration of what I want to attract. So I feel like whatever self-indulgent you do, yeah, it might be something that most people would be like, girl, are you serious? Or why did you, dude, seriously, why would you went and bought that? Like, but yeah, I mean, it makes you feel good and it's good for you. Overdoing it, yeah, can lead to like a bondage situation. But I feel like this is just something that you felt was necessary for you at the time, which, I'm applauding you, because if ever you feel like you need to love on yourself, then do it by all means. Show the universe what you desire from another person by giving it to yourself. And I feel like because this offer wanted to jump itself in your life, you're like, no, I'm deleting you and I'm gonna give myself what I want. So that's a lot for the third week, but that's what we have. Excuse me. Let's go into the 4th week of November 2018 for Leo. What are the messages? 4th week of November 2018 for Leo. Messages. We have the 6 of Cups. The 6 of Cups talks about reminiscing on the past, children. This may be just you getting together with family, being that this is Thanksgiving time and you are connecting with family. So I feel like this is you connecting with relatives you haven't seen in a while. And just reminiscing on good times and creating more good times with them. But yeah, this is the energy I see for you in the 4th week of November. Let's get some clarity on the 6 of Cups. Clarity on the 6 of Cups for Leo, 4th week of November 2018. Okay. So, okay, we have the the 4 of Spades, which talks about broken promises, bad money, bad business, illness. We have the 5 of Clubs, which talks about new friends, new marriage, new love interests. And the 7 of Spades, which talks about loss of a friendship or a friend, unexpected burden you have to carry, or a warning against a loss or sorrow. So, being that it is all under the Judgment card, and karma is being fulfilled at this time, a revelation has come to you. I feel that the 4 of Spades talks about the people that came into your life this month that brought this energy. And understanding or knowing that you're going to lose them as a friend, you're letting them go and you're separating from them. You might be thinking about the past when they did these things to you. Like, wow, like, I remember when, maybe you were in contemplation or considering giving this person another go, even though you're not at all feeling them. But the 4th week of November, you're really thinking back to, like, all the bad times. Like, normally when you think about someone in your past, you think about all the good times. But I feel like this 4th week, you're thinking about all the crap that you had to put up with, all the stress they put on you, the burdens you had to carry. And you're like, I don't want this anymore. I don't want to have to go through this again. I don't want to have to carry these burdens. So I feel like you are thinking about the past, but it's like a reminder of what you don't want. It is all under the Judgment card, so karma is being fulfilled for you. All that burden that you had, that you felt like you have to carry, like, oh my gosh, I'm bringing this person back into my life. Karma is being fulfilled. You don't have that anymore because you have the 5 of Clubs, which talks about new friends, to new marriage, and a new relationship. So, with you reminiscing on how things were, it's helping you let it go. You're having a revelation, which is going to bring you new friends, a new love interest, and even new marriage. So, Leo, in situations like this, where people from our past, and I do feel like this is someone from your past, coming into your life, you have a lot of offers here. And it's like offers on every level. You have a grandiose offer, you have a rinky-dink offer, and then you have like this in the middle offer. And it's like, I feel like 2 out of the 3 are people from your past, and one maybe someone new, and you're like thinking about the ones from the past, like, why didn't it work out before? Why are they coming back in my life now? And you're not thinking about the good. You're thinking about the, not the pros, but the cons, which is, to me, in my personal opinion, I think is very healthy, especially if it's someone you've already dealt with. Don't think about the good, because all that's going to do is make you want to, oh, I remember when we did this and that. It's like some people get into that mode when they, especially if an ex pops up, they start thinking about all the good things that happened. Like, remember when we did this? Remember that memory you had and shared? It's like you can make beautiful memories with someone else just like that. Think about all the crap you had to deal with. And one thing I do in relationships, and this could be a good idea for you to do, uh, whether I'm in a relationship or not, I have a journal that I keep, and I write down, because sometimes when you get in a relationship, things that you love and you're passionate about, you kind of let them go and you're all about the relationship. So when I get into a relationship, at times I write down, how it is going for me in every way, and the good, the bad, and the ugly I write down. So if there is ever a time where we do split and they try to come back in my life, I reread like literally how my relationship was with them, the good, the bad, and the ugly, and I tell myself, do I want to put myself back in this? Because if I hadn't wrote it down, I would have forgotten the things that they did, like the little like conniving things that they did. So maybe doing that is, that might be something you might be interested in doing. I really recommend that because it really does help in situations like this. But I don't think you need that help this month, Leo. That's all you're thinking about is the stress they put you under, and the fact that, karma is working in your favor, because you no longer have to deal with that. They're the ones being conflicted by it. That's why they want to come back. They're trying to make it right. And you're like, what are you doing here? Like, you're the last person I want to see. Like, yeah, I'm thinking about the past, but not in a good way, you know? And it's like your mindset is on the new, creating new friendships with new people, and just letting the past go. Big revelations happening for you by the end of the month, Leo. And you're like, I don't have time for any past people coming up. Yeah, you did me wrong. Yeah, you feeling bad now because I'm in my power and I'm prospering. And you see that, and you know that it's affecting you because you could have had me, but I've walked away. And it's like when you walk away from things that don't serve you, everything tries to come. Every and any type of energy tries to come, good, bad, or indifferent. And you're taking that time to yourself to reflect. And you see how burnt this card is at the bottom? That's how your relationship with this person was, or these persons, because it could be more than one offer that's from your past. That's how you felt, like this card. Just bad, just burnt. And you're ready for new. And the judgment was called on the situation. The universe stepped in and like, okay, all these offers came in and you're not taking any of the past ones. So let's bring in something new. We're gonna bring in some new. So I see a lot of new things coming in for you. You're leaving the month ready for new things, Leo. And I am so happy that this is the energy that you're deciding to dwell in, because the old is exactly where it needs to be in your past. And that's exactly where it needs to stay. Don't try to recreate something or spark a new flame. And I don't even see you doing that. It's like they're coming at you at a time where you're feeling most in your power, even though it's not Leo season. You're feeling so powerful this month and unstoppable, and you're letting your claws out. You're letting people know, no, all that stuff you were playing on me and doing on me and playing me over like I'm a PS4 before, it's not happening now. Because all I got to do is think back to how it was, and I'm like, oh no, never, never again. Judgment is being called in your favor. Karma is going to work out for the good for you. There's no stagnation. You are propelling, moving forward for new things. That's all you're focused on is the new. And you know what, Leo? That's what you deserve, and that's what you're going to get, okay? So, Leo, I hope you enjoyed your November 2018 reading. Make sure to like, subscribe, and share. Press that like button if it resonates. Leave a comment. Just spread this positive energy around. I absolutely loved doing your reading, Leo. It was amazing. And I hope you have an amazing month. Happy holidays. And I will see you in December. Bye.